ready my straw.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to Converse-ations. You can't see the logo because
The logo's on the inside.
And I'm not contortionist.
We're wearing Converse and we're talking about things.
Today's topic is dogs versus cats. A very controversial topic in the world of the world. Did you have dogs or cats growing up, or both?
I didn't have a lot of pets growing up because we were military and we moved constantly. So usually a pet is a long-term commitment. So for several years of my life, I had fish. They are a far lower commitment level. My mom loves cats, I love cats, and we would cat sit for people. So they would go on vacation and the cat would come to our house. We started doing that when I was about 10. We did that for several years. I was in, I'd say like sophomore or junior year of high school, I rescued a cat. There was a cat that a family down the street had that they had rescued as a kitten, tiny kitten. Like she was rolling around with a Beanie Baby and they were about the same size. And they brought her home. Unfortunately, they never taught the kids how to care for a cat and how to be nice to a cat. And they were already kind of rough to begin with. The cat she was defending herself. And they were like, we can't keep this cat because these kids like are getting hurt. And it was like,
well,
anyway, so they said, we don't want this cat anymore. We need to find a new home for this cat. And I was like, please give me this cat. Please. So my dad gave them, they gave my dad a case of beer and I got the cat. So they like bribed my dad so that I could get this cat. Her name was Pfeffer. She was full grown. She was only about this big. She was a tiny cat. Unfortunately, when living with the other family, had become used to being an indoor-outdoor cat. And with us, she could only be indoor because every time she came in from outside, she brought in all the pollen my mom was allergic to. I kept her for a while, and we found a family that had another indoor-outdoor cat so that she could continue to live the indoor-outdoor life. When we moved to Spain, the house we moved into came with a cat. There was this cat that had lived there, and the family before just abandoned it.
Inside the house? Or?
Outdoor cat. But we like continued to feed him and take care of him, and he would bring me dead mice because he was trying to teach me how to hunt, but I was 5 and disgusted. We took care of all these different cats. Tiershin really liked to drink running water. You knew he was thirsty when you found him sitting in the bathtub, and he would sit silently in the bathtub until someone came to turn the water on. About a year before I moved out, my mom realized that my sister was going to be basically an only child and was like, companionship. I was replaced by a poodle. I was there for Lucy's first year, and then with my ex's family, I helped raise their puppy when they got a puppy. So
you have the balance.
Yeah, I've had a pretty even spread.
Your poodle is very, very fantastic.
My baby.
We had a cat that came to our backyard. It was a cat that was just kind of, I don't really know if it was a neighborhood cat that just kind of made our backyard her new home. And we found out it was a her because all of a sudden there were like, 5 babies running around the backyard. We were like, We ended up giving most of them away, and then the SPCA took the mom and the little one away because they were running around, and everyone was like, who is this cat? So we had to like give it to SPCA so that they could find an actual home for this cat. We had a lot of dogs growing up. Sasha, Tucker, Irving.
Who named that dog?
None of us. There was the name. All of them, I believe, were the names that they came with.
Okay.
A whole different discussion for another video of naming of pets. Hershey, Gizmo, who was a pomegranate.
Pomeranian.
Yeah, that. I knew that wasn't right.
No. Small and fluffy?
Yeah.
That sounds like a Pomeranian.
Yeah. My stepdad had 2 dachshunds. We've always had dachshunds with my stepdad. Dachshunds live better in pairs. So he had 2 dachshunds. I do not remember their names. One of them died, we got another one. The other one died, we got another one, and we just kept cycling through. I remember Virginia, Freckles.
You're really good at this.
Well, when you have cycling dachshunds in the house, like, not like do-do-do-do-do, like on a bike. My roommate previously had a Cocker Spaniel named Watney, who was the best. Everyone has pets and they're all named, and I can't names. Then comes the conversation of what is a better companion pet to have and what is everyone's personal preference. So for me, my mom when I was younger said, what kind, do you want a pet? And I said, yes, I want a pet. And she goes, cool, what kind of pet do you want? And I said, a tiger. And she goes, I'm sorry, that's not an option. I said, sure it is. We get a baby tiger, and then we raise it. And she goes, and then what happens when it gets too big? I said, oh, well, we've got Busch Gardens, we've got Laurie Park Zoo, and we've got Animal Kingdom. And Big Cat Rescue. You have 4 options to figure out what to do with this big cat when it gets too big. And then we get another baby one, and we just continue the cycle of...
Oh my God.
We
You just wanted to foster tigers.
Basically, yes, and I still do. I still want a baby tiger. I don't think the lease will let us have a baby tiger in this house.
Given a choice, if I was going to get a dog or a cat, I'm going to get a cat. They are sturdier, they get injured less easily, so they're a better pet when like kids are little. Cats are a lot more self-sufficient. Like, they take themselves to the bathroom, they clean themselves, you put food out, they eat it, they're pretty chill.
I'm just allergic to everything. I don't know if I'm allergic to the big cats, so I have no idea if I'm going to be allergic to this tiger that I'm going to eventually have. One of the big dislikes of cats that I have is the smell of cat litter. I don't like the litter box, I don't like the smell of the litter, and I know Katie does not like picking up dog poop because when we were walking Lucy, she had a panic attack while walking.
No, so kitty litter, the more cats you have, the more it smells.
And that also makes sense because...
Yep, the more often you clean it, the less it smells. And the brand that you use.
Yeah, if you're gonna go expensive on something, you might as well go expensive on that.
And I've visited houses where there's one cat and it smells so much like cat throughout the entire house, and I've been to houses where there were 6 cats and you couldn't tell. So there's a ton of that's a super common issue, but yeah, there's a ton of factors that go into that, where you keep the litter box, like all that kind of stuff. I find that generally cats are cuddly. It depends on that's totally a personality
I think that depends
thing.
on the animal.
On the cat. But
because Watney was real up on
Watney was snuggly, but like I've known dogs that wouldn't snuggle. I've known cats that would. Vice versa. Like a cat's more likely to just come over and like hang out with you, where a dog is going to come over and be like, "Give me attention."
I feel like cats don't want anything to do with you. They come up and they go, and you're like, "Hey, I want to pet you," and they're like, "Don't touch me!" And I'm like, "Okay." So
depends on the cat. Yeah.
I will give one argument for dogs.
Yeah.
They don't have a musical by Andrew Lloyd Webber, so that already is a positive thing right there.
I mean, interesting thing between dog people and cat people. Dog people, if you're like, what kind of dog do you have? They'll be like, well, he's half Pomeranian and a third, like, and they'll like get really nitpicky. And the cat people are like, my cat's orange and fat.
Yep.
I mean, you will get a couple of people that get like, there's a couple of cat breeds that are really distinct.
Specific,
Siamese.
Yeah.
And like Siamese cats talk a lot. I love Siamese cats. They make lots of vocalizations and they make lots of noises.
They knock down stuff and blame the dog. It's weird. I like small dogs and big cats.
Do you know what I want desperately? Domesticated fox. They're like
that's kind of in between.
They're like cat software running on dog hardware.
Yeah.
Like they act like a cat, but they look like a dog.
Both dogs and cats have appeared in various animations, like the real animals represented very differently. So you have Lucifer and Cinderella, who is a brat, and you have Bruno, who's a derp. Lady and the Tramp, where the cats are painted, again, negatively, and the dogs are painted in a very positive and fun, fancy-free manner. And then you have the Aristocats.
Or Oliver and Company.
Where you have the balance of both of them being equally positive and negative.
I do enjoy Aristocats. It's a really cute movie.
Yeah. No, I thought you were swans.
Ladies do not stop fights, but they can
finish them. You're not a lady, you're nothing but a sister.
I'm ready, Maestro. Do you have a favorite breed of dog and favorite breed of cat?
I mean, I spend so much time with Watney, I'm gonna say Cocker Spaniel. And breed of cat, I'm gonna say Skimbleshanks the railway cat is probably my favorite type of cat.
If I could have a serval cat, I wouldn't a heartbeat. I also like tuxedo cats. I've taken care of several tuxedos. Standard poodle. I love my Lucy so much. She's such a sweetheart.
I think the movie that really wraps everything up as far as how these animals are represented is Homeward Bound. I think Homeward Bound does a beautiful job representing the regal dog, the fun, playful dog, and the cat that goes kind of both ways and just kind of wants to be left alone, but also is on for the adventure. I'm not calling you fat for a hippopotamus. I guess it really is a preference thing. Some people really just like dogs, and some people really just like cats, and some people just really want a tiger. Mom, which are you? Are you a cat person or are you a dog person?
Are you right or are you wrong?
Or did you just want a tiger as a kid? Do you still want a tiger?
I had a turtle.
Yeah, that's not either one of those animals. Good try,
but
though.
I had one.
You will never be a veterinarian.
I didn't say it was either one of those. I'm saying I had a turtle.
I had hair. Like, that has nothing to do with cats versus dogs. I hope you like this video, and I hope you share this video because it's a fun video, and I hope you subscribe to our channel because we have fun videos every day, and I hope you hit that ding-a-ling button.
Yep, hit that notification button so that you don't miss the videos that come out every day.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye!